Hello. My name is Sandra Youngs, and I'll be reading poetry. I would like to thank John Colburn, Juliet Patterson, Katrina Vandenberg, Mary Rockcastle, and Jenny Tolman for all their support and encouragement during my time here at Hamline. I'd like to also thank all my poetry people. I've improved incredibly just as a writer and an editor, and I've loved all the time we spent together. Excavating the self. Somewhere in the belly of my mother, I wait for worms to find me. They churn soil to the staggered rhythm of multiple hearts, burrow close to my closed eyelids, and I wonder how much heartbreak these small, segmented workers must experience. With 5 times our vulnerability, it's a wonder they still have an appetite for earth. Each time my heart broke, I did not eat the earth, but breathed until every bronchial root delved deep into dirt, replaced my oxygen with minerals, and stopped my heart's staccato pump. I chose to suffocate in that darkness and wait for the rain to find me, trickling down through permanent burrows to wet the earth inside my chest and weigh me down with mud. I hope it is you who finds me. Dig deep past those worms until your hands touch my face, brush soil off my lips, slip a rope down my throat to explore. Descend, boots braced against my trachea, down the long, hollow tube to my lungs, and stand on the mountain of earth within me, within the earth. Lift your chin to shine your headlamp up and yell, "I love you," into the dark tunnel until the words echo in my cavernous mouth. It'd be wrong of me to call it Stockholm Syndrome when I have a bad habit of holding myself hostage. Since we're all suffering, I drink willow bark tea each afternoon and breathe in the steam. I suppose I hope to scald the insides of my skull with each meditative breath, maybe scar my hippocampus while admiring the purple fountain grass edging the garden. Everything still tastes like honey, sickly sweet, reminiscent of that liquid gold you poured into my poems. You and I used to sit on the roof, tracing lines between the stars while only a floor below your brothers raged. I often dreamed of jumping off that shingled edge. How disappointing to wake each morning alone in my own bed, knowing you preferred me that way. And still I drink cup after cup of what you poured, sweeter than any tea, and deceive myself every time you looked my way. You were so steeped in darkness, I couldn't see the stars had abandoned you. My immolated skin lit you up, my body seared to ash each time we touched. This one's about my friend's cat. Cricket. During an existential crisis, I'm straddling the windowsill, staring at the moon, imagining somewhere out there is an astral kraken, sifting through asteroid belts and savoring the flavor of stardust as it sorts ring systems by size, because that makes about as much sense to me as anything else. My Siamese queen struts across the counter, silk-soft toes pressing against pearl quartz. I see her squeeze between the toaster and my empty coffee mug. Cats, I think, just before ceramic hits the floor and bursts like a meteorite. The sound of sharp shards pulls me in, and she sprawls on her side, head hanging off the counter to watch me clean up her mess, iris as thin as needles while she purrs upside down. As for me, I am leaving this place. That first step out the door launches me toward the stratosphere and into a terrifying flight between stars. Their light burns my skin like I'm an unprotected swimmer, and though my headlong rush never slows, I feel I'm drifting languidly through space. All I lack is an inner tube. I would like to be propelled toward a black hole and consumed as I have consumed myself with earthly concerns. A tongue run over every worry and crack in my sense of self-worth, probing for the largest weakness until I am deflated and stretched to a newer self, perhaps. There are millions of warm bodies on the planet I have left behind, and I am satisfied with this solitude, this endless stretch towards somewhere waiting to be inhaled. Thank you.